We're back in the small town, current title Margaritaville, and these are becoming my favorite Lego figurines. They're like a good size, they've got absolutely no articulation, and they just look so mediocre. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the door, and we can talk about it. So, since we last talked, we talked about turning this to brick yellow and bright red. So it's the tan and red colors now. The roof is still very bright, but I'm not sure what I want to do with that. If I want to give it a complete different color, I'm thinking a brown possibly could be good. If I had dark brown, I think a dark brown would be good. I've also considered an orange roof, but I don't have the pieces. I definitely don't have the pieces for an orange roof. For the bright orange, the regular orange color. So that'll maybe have to wait. But the door currently, as it was, is a tan door, a brick yellow door, and that doesn't look great with this curved piece. I really like that curved piece, how it came out. Unfortunately, these are very intrusive to make accommodations for the stud of the piece below it. I can see past it. I know some people aren't as in love. I did a yellow window just to add a little bit of color, but we could change that still. We could change it. But basically, I posted it on Instagram, I'm pretty sure. And it's the door design that I rambled about a while back, but here it is in real life. You have actual vision through the window, I guess you would call that, and it kind of is a decorative design. If I had a good color scheme for it, if I could put it all in, probably reddish brown would be good. The downside is the backside isn't the greatest looking, and unfortunately, every time we go back here, we are going to see it, so I do need to fix these hinges. I'm thinking red, probably, because I think I've got another red one somewhere, if I can just figure out where I put it. I think I pulled it out specifically for this and then set it aside and didn't remember to get it. The only flaw currently with this build is that you can't even barely see it. If I take off the roof, you can see it. But there's a little bit... Oh, gotta go one more. There's a hole right here in the flooring. And so technically, I need a 2x2 area filled in. There's just a little step down there. And then there will be that little hole in the corner, but it's so hard to see in there anyways that I don't think it's becoming much of an issue for me. I've also got some studs on the back side of this like room, on the front of the room, I guess, towards the window. So I could put like a little poster maybe, some other kind of knickknack. I don't know what, it's an inn, so it's supposed to kind of be bare. I might also rearrange the bed to put the bed a different direction, basically. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with. So I've got a little bit more room of decoration. We did move the poster of the space symbol farther towards the back, farther away from the front. And I haven't put a new interior in yet. I think what we're going to do is... Unfortunately, the door is so invasive to have an actual working door, but I think that being able to open it about that much adds enough of an effect to pose a figure in. You can kind of pose him like sticking his head out the door. You can be like, hey, he's here, he's good. Or he can be walking in and he's kind of got it open and he's like, oh yeah, he's walking in. I can see that. So I think that's a fine amount. So what we can do is we can put a table here. And I'm thinking here with a chair here and here, maybe. And then a small bar here. And that fills up most of the room of the bottom floor. But, yeah, it's kind of what we're going with. And then the top is one big room. So, yeah, I think that's the best we can do. Unless we don't put a bar, we can put 2 tables. So... if you feel like commenting on either of those decisions or any of the decisions in here, I would love to hear your opinions on it. But I do need to come up with some other color for the door, perhaps. Yeah, basically it just needs to be a color, and I can go up to 2 plates thick, I think, so that design would work, and I can still have the swinging action. If I go thicker than that, I can go up to 3, potentially 4 plates thicker than a brick at that point. If I want a static door, because it will wedge itself in there, and I won't be able to hinge it past the brick. So, anyways, that's a little update of the town. Nothing else has happened. Yeah, I'm just peeking over my shoulder at the rest of the town, and yeah, there's nothing else that I've worked on yet. But I just thought I'd give you a little progress, because I really am liking this little town. And if I wasn't so limited on space, and also, man, this is going to be the big tough decision. This town is made to be only in one direction, left and right. I guess 2 directions, whatever, but one direction, straight line town. There's no connections in the back to further backwards, and there's no connections in the front, really, to make it further forward. And I think that's fine. I think we can have just a one road town. But it does severely limit if I want to make this like my town, my main town. And I am limited on space, so like maybe that's good enough for now. Well, that's why I'm working on it, like, for now, is just to be a small little town that can go anywhere, just one shelf town. Anyways, good video, guys. Thanks for joining me, Ancient fans.